Something we all need: mystery. And yes, it is a need. I wanted to share an experience that I had. A friend of mine, a wonderful person, young man, attractive, smart, single, and looking for love, like all of us are, looking for love, to feel wanted, accepted, and I guess looking for advice. He would have been from my husband and I talking to us and sharing his experience. So I'm going to share it, and y'all can chime in. Single, done, yeah, yes, single. And really, he really is a good person. And I don't know if he's still single, but this story happens on back a little bit. But y'all can chime in. I'd love to see your comments. Anyway, he was attracted to this woman, very pretty young woman, and wanted to go out with her. And the usual, when you're kind of starting out and you're getting to know someone and you're excited and you ask them out and you don't know if they're going to say yes or no. Well, she said yes. So he went out with her, and he really liked her. And really, they were really a cute couple. And he's getting to know her. She's getting to know him. They're going on dates. But, we're not too many dates in at this point, what I'm about to tell you. So he takes her out. Let's just say this is maybe the third or fourth date. We're not very far in. And he's talking to her, and he's just sharing his heart. And it's a good heart. But during the conversation, he shares everything. And I do mean everything. He tells her how much he likes her, how much he cares about her. Probably tells her how beautiful she is. Then he goes on to tell her that he wants to marry her, wants to have a family. He tells her everything. And now really, this is the third or the fourth date. So what is wrong with this picture? He left really nothing to the imagination. He gave out too much information too soon. I think that she had been in a serious relationship just prior, and this guy's coming on way too fast, way too aggressive, way too soon. And he truly is. He's an amazing person. But just like anything in life, there is an art. There's an art to dating. There's an art to relationships. There's an art to our careers. There's strategies. However you want to call it. We call it an art. To me, relationship is like dancing. It's kind of a go back and forth, and you're not exactly sure totally how the movement's going, especially in the beginning. Especially if you're learning something new. It is unknown, it's uncertain, and it is a mystery. That is part of the excitement. And it's the journey. And that is what is so wonderful about life. It's the journey that we're on. Thank goodness we don't know all the details about our journey that we're on. That we're getting bits and pieces as we go through. Some of it we don't like and we reject. And then others, parts of our life, it's great, and we say, let's continue down this route. This is the route I want to go. So mystery. We all need mystery. Well, I looked that up, and I was looking to see, my husband and I were kind of talking about it, and he's sitting over here, and for us, we need adventure, because adventure is part of mystery. There's mystery there. Mystery means an identity or nature that is unknown. It's like a secret. Do y'all like to know secrets? There's some things maybe you rather not know, but some things you want people to let you in on what's going on here. What is this? So mystery, it stimulates our imagination. I know some of y'all like good mysteries too. It causes us to search. We become inquisitive, so we search. We begin to seek out the truth, the information. Sometimes that's vital. Sometimes we do it out of necessity, but it's really nice when you can look for the truth or you can look for the information, and it's just fun. And you're just finding things out. And it's kind of like a puzzle that's unfolding. It takes... Can't read my writing. We encounter the unknown, and secrets do unfold as we begin to go on our quest. And I like a good quest. I like a good journey. There is good certainty, there's good uncertainty, and there's not so good uncertainty. Sometimes there's some bad uncertainty. A good uncertainty would be like a surprise weekend, which I don't know if everybody, if you heard my story about my surprise weekend that my husband took me on. We had gone through some really horrible years of not being able to travel, not being able to go anywhere. Meaning we were in survival mode. You probably know what I'm talking about. Hopefully you don't know it to the degree that I went through, but it was really hard, and that was bad uncertainty. That was the kind of uncertainty that you don't know how you're going to pay your bills. That's not a good feeling, and we don't want to be there. But also, there was too much certainty in that we couldn't go anywhere. We were home every day. I mean, every day was kind of the grind, especially for my husband, bless his heart. He had to get up, we had to face the music, and we had to get through the day and make it through the day, go home, go to bed, repeat. And that is really what it felt like for what, Lynn? About, I say 3 or 4 years. But I was sharing on a video in the past how we were not able to travel because we just didn't have the money to do it, and I asked for a surprise weekend. Well, he gave me that surprise weekend weeks ago when he took me to New York. That was all I wanted. And it didn't have to be elaborate. It just needed to be a surprise. Something I didn't know what to expect. It was going to be fun. It's going to be an adventure. I was going to get to do some things maybe I had never done before, which I did. And that is a good kind of mystery. And we need more of that in our lives. I need it. I think you do too. Well, if we have too much of the bad uncertainty, for me, and what I went through, that brought fear, brought anxiety. And we can't stay there. We can't stay there for any long amount of time. And yes, sometimes we end up, and sometimes to no fault of our own, we end up in a situation where we have to fight our way through. And we have to keep getting up every day, going out there and fighting and making it through. And we can and we will make it through. But a good uncertainty, it brings adventure. You go through uncharted waters. You go somewhere maybe you've never been before, right? Mystery, it brings adventure, which brings fun, good times and laughter, which is healthy, which is definitely what we need. We need some good health in our lives, and I believe all that. I believe it helps you sleep better when we're physical, when we have an adventure, whatever it is. And an adventure, or it doesn't have to be anything elaborate. It could be taking a trail that you've never taken before, right? And I thought, okay, well, what kind of mystery could we go on? What are the different things? Because there's a range of mysteries that we can enjoy. Well, one is reading. Now, probably have some avid readers out here. I have a ton of books behind me. I am a book person, so my little library's back there, and it's actually smaller than it used to be. We downsized when we moved here, so I had to kind of pick and choose what I was going to have, but I love a good mystery. Oh, and it doesn't have to be a murder mystery. I know murder mysteries are very popular on TV, and there are a lot of shows that you can go out there and you can binge watch. But there are some good mystery type series that you can watch that are not necessarily murder, like science fiction, which I love. I love to watch. And I love it because it is a mystery. You know, I am a Star Trek fan. I like watching that because they're always going to the unknown. They're going places and they're having experiences with different people that are not even from Earth. You know, they're made up, but still, it's fun to let your mind be open to how things can be different, maybe, than what I see or what I know. And it is. There's so much more out there. Traveling. One benefit for me that goes with traveling is the people. That's a big benefit for me. Because even though there are so many similarities to humankind, no matter where you go, the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, there's similarities, but there are also differences. There's differences to the culture. There's differences in the food. There will be unique experiences in entertainment, dance, music, just the way they make their coffee or their hot tea. And it's fun. It's fun to be around people that you don't know. You're getting to know. And traveling brings that. And plus it is like uncharted waters, because as we travel, we see parts of this earth that God has made that has its own beauty. And no matter where I go, and no matter how extremely different it is from maybe what I'm used to, I can still find the beauty in it. Whether it's the ocean, it's the rivers, it could be the desert. The desert has its own beauty. The coast, I can tell you right now, the East Coast is very different from the West Coast. I had seen pictures, but I did not realize what a wilderness it is when you get on to the Northwest coast. It was beautiful. It had its own unique beauty. Now, I do love it out here where I live. I'm used to this. We have high humidity. We have rolling hills, a lot of grass, a lot of trees. But some of the trees that we saw out along the West Coast were like monsters. They were just so huge. And I got to experience that. I got to see trees that were hundreds and hundreds of years old, hundreds of feet tall. We saw oceans with humongous rocks, almost looked like they had been thrown into the ocean. I got to experience that. It was different. It's unlike anything I've ever seen. And it was beautiful. Even the chaos of it all was beautiful. Meeting new people, not necessarily from traveling, but just meeting new people. Sometimes we have to force ourselves out of our comfort zone and get out of our own little network of people so that we can meet new people. And it keeps our lives fresh, keeps them fun. There's definitely some mystery there. You're getting to meet some different people. Sometimes that's good, sometimes it's not as good, but still, it makes us, I think even when we deal with challenging people, it can make us better if we choose that. We have to choose that. But we have to force ourselves out of our little network, out of our, we call it, in the South we call it cliques. Maybe you call it there where you're from too, but we call it cliques. Cliques can be dangerous. for a lot of reasons. For one thing, it can become very stagnant. People can become very stagnant, stale. But also, it's an exclusive thing where it sort of makes other people feel rejected because they are excluded, just like it says in that word, exclusive. And that's not good. We want to be open and receptive to others. We need more of that in this world. I think if all of us would be more open, even if we disagree, but just more open to others, people would feel more valued. They would feel more significant, and we'd have a lot less crime, violence. We'd have a lot less of all of that. A new career path. Sometimes, maybe that's necessary. Perhaps a path that we've been on for years with our career needs a change. Maybe the career itself is fine, but maybe it just needs to be moved somewhere else. It's just grown stagnant. There's no growth. It's gotten old. It's not going anywhere. It's on a dead end. And we just need to move in a new way, a new direction. That's true, Gina. So we have to weigh that out, of course, and you've got to be wise about that. But we were saying earlier, when Lynn and I, I was talking to him about mystery and how important that is in my life, because to me it's synonymous with adventure, is being brave enough to face the unknown. Isn't that true? Because isn't the unknown kind of scary? I think it is for all of us. I think as we do get a little more mature, sometimes life can seem so uncertain that we want a routine. We want it to be like it was. We want it to keep going. But life just keeps changing. It feels like it is fast forwarding around us. And sometimes we do feel like we're getting left behind, whether it's technology, whether it's family. But I say, and I'm saying this to myself because I feel that way at times, it gets a little scary. It seems like things are moving so fast. But I keep telling myself to do the best I can, learn all I can, always be open to learning, and especially technology as it keeps changing, because I'm telling you, even like on Facebook, it's very frustrating at times. Do the best I can, be open to learning. Even though it is a little scary, you still got to do it. And that's what courage and being brave is. It's having a little fear there, that uncertainty, that scariness, and yet continuing to move forward, to move ahead. And that's true in relationships as well. Especially, I know we do have some single people out there. It can be easy to say, I've had enough. I don't want to be hurt anymore. So I'm just going to stay home. I'm just going to stay here, do this, do that. But we can't be like that. We have to be wise. Especially when it comes to dating or anything like that. We have to be wise. But we can't just give up. Just got to keep trying different things. Just go out. I just say, really, go out and enjoy your life. And when you're having fun, that's when you're going to meet somebody. When you're having fun, when you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, when I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, we will make all the right connections, the network. Everything will line up in our lives. It might not seem like it, but I'm just believing that for myself. Isn't that right, Lynn?
That's right.
I'm just believing that when we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, everything else is going to fall into place. But there's still something required of us. We have to get up. We have to keep moving. Have to keep trying. Have to be open to things that are new. Take a little risk here and there. It's just like trying new foods that maybe doesn't look appealing, but you never know what you could be missing out on. by not trying it. It might be your favorite food, your favorite new dessert that you've missed out on, that I've missed out on. Or meeting people. Sometimes we get a wrong impression of a person, and we think we're not going to like them, but once we give them a try, give them a chance, talk to them, we think, oh, that girl, she's nice. I wish I had spoken to her earlier. I believe she's going to be a good friend. We have to be ready for the mystery, and to some degree pursue it, because lack of mystery leads to boredom and stagnation, and that is why we end up getting into a rut, and we want to get our groove back. We want to have adventure, fulfillment, purpose. We want to have a significant life that after, when we've lived our life, we've done something worth doing. Even if it's just the relationships, and really, I don't know that it gets too much more than the relationships that we build with others, because that's pretty much it. To me, that's the whole gist of life, is building relationships with people, helping others along their life's journey, which is what we do out here. So something that we all need, mystery. I need it, you need it, we all need it. So let's embrace it. You need it too, Lynn? Let's embrace it, let's enjoy it, and put your comments out this week. What kind of mystery are you looking forward to? What's your favorite mystery? I love y'all. You have a great Tuesday. Go out and find you some mystery that leads you to some sort of great adventure. And I will see you out here. Saturday, Coffee with Melanie, 9 o'clock. Bye.